Oh no, the WBC has made its ruling, and Vasily Lomachenko is not the champion anymore. He is now franchise champion, and Devin Haney is now the regular champion. Is this some bullshit or is it just me, man? It's E King Fight News. What is going on? And it's breaking. We got more on this. Hey, yo. Man, can you believe this one? Vasily Lomachenko off of his unified. You know what? This is what gets me. The WBC title was vacant. Vasily Lomachenko was afforded the opportunity to fight for the vacant title. The WBC vacant title against Luke Campbell not too long ago. How does that mean that all of a sudden he gets the right to not have to face a mandatory? Meanwhile, from what I remember, when Sean Porter won a vacant title in the welterweight division, he was quote-unquote forced, albeit by his own discretion, to fight Ugas, right? Your Dennis Ugas, and he was in for the fight of his life. That was a mandatory requirement from the WBC, and Sean Porter accepted his obligation, took on your Dennis Ugas, really in a fight that did horrible numbers live and on television. Meanwhile, Lomachenko has got a mandatory in Devin Haney that would do excellent numbers. That would be a great fight. That would most certainly be one of the toughest forms of opposition Lomachenko has faced to date. And the WBC writes him the get out of jail free card. The fucking, you don't have to fight your mandatory card. And that's just me keeping it 100. I fuck with Lomachenko. But what the WBC is turning into an absolute joke. If you're Deontay Wilder, is that title becoming more valuable or less valuable? If I'm fucking, if I'm, the WBC champion anywhere, I'm thinking this organization is turning into a fucking joke. And I'm just keeping it 100. And I'm going to call it out wherever I see it. Rumor on the street is Deontay Wilder might be next to get this kind of designation. And if I'm the WBC champion, I don't even want it like that. But y'all know what it is. It's E King Fight News, man. We got more on this. So now Vasily Lomachenko is WBC franchise, WBA, WBO, and he's missing the IBF. I mean, shit. Does that mean he even gets undisputed if he were to fight and defeat the winner Richard Comey versus Teofimo? Does that even make him undisputed anymore? Like the WBC, man, is so full of shit right now, it's unbelievable. I mean, I hate to say this one, but they had that foolery when it came to Deontay Wilder's mandatory. That was some foolery. Dillian White had been fighting eliminators when Dominic Brazil was on the shelf. You had the situation with Canelo Alvarez. And I don't even, y'all might take that the wrong way, but at the end of the day, Dillian White was a way more active fighter. He's a way better fighter than Dominic Brazil. And he probably did way more to earn his shot than Dominic Brazil ever did. right? Who Brazil fight? Negron, and even if Dillian White didn't really fight anybody, everybody wanted to see him get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. Everybody wanted to see that shit anyways, and everybody knew what was going to happen when Deontay Wilder squared off against Dominic Brazil, and now everybody can see it coming. Ain't no way the WBC gonna force Deontay Wilder to fight his mandatory, which is Dillian White. So they gonna go ahead and make him franchise champion, and when that happens, it's gonna look like a duck, just like y'all might want to come out and say, "Oh, Lomachenko ducking the fight, Bob Arum pulling strings," and maybe he is pulling strings. But guess what? Politics of the game, man. This is what's wrong with boxing. And at the end of the day, this is what's wrong with boxing, man. Y'all don't want to call it out. It is what it is, but this is what's wrong with boxing. Sanctioning bodies are literally what's wrong with boxing. It's these guys right here, and Devin Haney can now say he's a champion when he didn't beat nobody. He didn't even get to beat anybody for that title he's holding. Zaur Abdullayev was his biggest. Get the fuck out of here, bro. The fuck out of here. Tell me I'm lying, man. This is some bullshit. Jermell Charlo ain't no fucking champion. He's an interim titleist. That was handed a belt. Point blank and period. And he didn't beat nobody to get that belt, man. Point blank, period. Get the fuck out of here, man. Lomachenko, this shit doesn't look right. You want to know why it doesn't look right? Because you have the WBC doing you all kind of favors. Man, hold on a second. I mean, this is some fucking bullshit, man. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't consider it a duck, but it sure as hell looks like a duck. I mean, for Vasily Lomachenko, for his team to allow the WBC to do this, because at the end of the day, they're the ones requesting it. They're the ones requesting they don't have to fight their mandatory. And it would have looked way less like it wouldn't have looked like a duck if the WBC say, you know what? I respect Devin Haney. I respect Lomachenko. Devin Haney is going to be given mandatory status. Vasily Lomachenko, you got to fight him within a year and a half to 2 years. That's it. And that's it. Just like everybody fucking else, man. The WBC's a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. And it started in 2019 when they gave Canelo the same pass. Instead of stripping him like they did when Triple G was on his heels. The WBC felt some time away about that because Canelo said, "You can suck a dick, Mauricio. I ain't fucking with you guys." And all of a sudden, WBC had a fucking heart attack. That's what happened. And they said, you know what? We can't get on Canelo's bad side anymore. Now they're thirsty for everybody's money. When it comes to Bob Arum, Vasily Lomachenko. When it comes to fucking PBC, Al Heyman. When it comes to all these guys. WBC is a fucking thirsty hoe-ass, bitch-ass, fucking title maker and shit. That's all they make fucking belts. Mayan belts. Intercontinental belts. Asian Pacific belt. Ain't nobody give a shit about that, man. We want one. You know, when Deontay Wilder gotta stop doing that bullshit. And I hate to say it, but he's the only guy coming out here, one face, one champion. You repping the wrong fucking sanctioning body, man. You repping the wrong one. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm King Fight News. Smash the like button if you haven't already. If I'm Deontay Wilder, man, I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. Because at the end of the day, the fighter makes that title you're holding. And right now, that WBC belt Wilder's holding, it has a whole lot of respect on it. But it's up to him. It's up to him whether he wants to, elevate that belt, make sure his mandatories are fulfilled, make sure he's fighting the right fights, or is he going to take things in a different direction? And Luis Ortiz is a good fight. It's not a bad fight. Never said it was a bad fight. I'm just saying it's over marinated. It's not a pay-per-view. And at the end of the day, when I was pushing for the rematch, ain't nobody wanted to see it. Now the rematch is going down. Everyone's down with the rematch, man. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, man. But it is what it is. It's King Fight News. Smash the like button, share the video, and we gone, man. Peace.